Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Misscliks D&D Devotion. How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic!
Why are you so fantastic?
Because we're playing D&D!
Yay!
And especially after Stream of Annihilation, I am feeling very, what's the word? Deprived of D&D right now.
Okay.
Are you feeling D&D prime? Man.
10 out of 10, Jen.
10 out of 10.
I can tell that you're my boyfriend, Anna. That's why.
I got you, babe.
No, life is good. I'm getting into a regular sleep schedule. Like, I don't sleep at 5 a.m. anymore. I sleep between 12 and 2, minus last night. And I'm up at 8:30 doing yoga every day now. Yeah. So I'm feeling really good. I've done yoga for 13 days now.
Man.
Yoga's the best.
Nice.
I love it. It's so relaxing, and it like brings me way more calm than I thought I could be, especially with all life stresses. Huh?
Are you always this chipper now?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what yoga does. My brother would pick me up from yoga and be like, "Are you high?" Because I was like, "Isn't everything great? Do you want a burrito? Burritos are awesome. Isn't it great that burritos exist?" Like, I was just like,
it's so true. I like, even my stream notes are like, wow, yoga's like, I mean, like, I'm usually really happy, but I'm just like, nothing in the world is wrong.
Wow.
I've never done yoga.
You need to try it.
Good.
I've been hyped after Stream of Annihilation, but I'm on like a creative binge.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. Ever since like the episode at Stream of Annihilation and after that, and you know, the mega emotion that happened 2 weeks ago, where like in my dice camera action game and this one, it was both like complete emotional trauma of my character. It broke some wall that I had put up where I used to create a lot. Like, I used to write a lot and like sing a lot and write poetry and stuff, and I just haven't done that in a long time, and something broke, and now I've been writing. I wake up early with like ideas already. It's like so D&D
That's
is
awesome.
Yeah.
I read your post.
Oh, you did? The Evelyn one?
I didn't even read, like, I didn't even follow the series, and I was like, I'm reading that shit.
The letters, I still need to read it.
Yeah, I kind of want you to like summarize everything to me, but it may take a while.
That's something I appreciate about Jen, is that she and I can sit and like explain a whole D&D story to each other, and neither of us are bored. Like most people you sit with, they're like, okay, just give me like, I don't really want to hear the whole story, you know. But Jen and I will sit and like tell a whole D&D story to each other, and I love that.
And then this happened, and then that happened, and how did your character react?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then I forgot this character said, and then but that character, yeah.
I totally need to hear this story, because I watched that final episode and I was just like, probably like at least 20-30 minutes. I was seeing your chat just go crazy, and I'm like listening to it. I'm just like, because I love how much you guys get into it too. It's like,
well, and then it was so funny because it really tested my mettle as like an actress, if you will, because then this episode, you know, like huge emotional call for role playing. And it was weird because I almost felt like it was even more authentic because I had almost nothing left to give. I think Kellen was kind of in shock, you know?
Yeah.
So how are you guys?
That's how I am. Neil's moving soon, right?
I am. The date got moved back.
Really?
It's now going to be, our moving date is August 22nd. So we're planning this epic 10-day road trip. We're going to go to Sequoia National Park and see General Sherman, the biggest tree in the world. We're going to go through the Grand Canyon. We're going to go to Zion National Park, and there's another one in Utah that we wanted to go to. And then we're going to go see the solar eclipse at the solar eclipse party in Wyoming, which is going to be great because we're going to be right underneath the path of it. So it's going to be this big thing that we've just started planning today. So I'm pretty excited.
How fun.
Yeah.
And Neil is soon going to be playing in a new show produced by Misscliks, but on the Wizards channel, Misscliks D&D Risen, which premieres on the 28th. Can you believe how soon that is?
Not soon enough. I am psyched for this.
Is it going to be live? Because I noticed some of the shows that are going on there aren't live.
Ours is live.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's
that'll
interesting
be-
actually talking to a lot of D&D players that are like, "Oh, I just don't feel like I could do it without editing." And I'm like,
What?
What?
This
The
is-
We keep it
authentication,
raw.
man.
Mhm.
also, we don't know what we're doing, but we're okay with it.
Yeah.
It looks like my head, to me, it looks like my head is on Jen's body because I'm right up above her in the call. Anyways.
That's perfect.
What about you, Trump? How are you doing?
All right, let me calm the mood. Everything is normal.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Keeping it real over here.
We needed to calm down.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's bring it down even further.
I don't get to say anything.
Oh, Jen, speak up.
Yeah, with my high five paw thing. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, yay!
Oh yeah, we saw each other.
Yeah, and I saw Anna and Steph and Jess, so many Misscliks people. And then we said we loved each other, and then we cried. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
I
It
did.
was
I did
also
cry.
Brittany and Tristana?
Trishchi is her
Trish-
screen name.
Yeah, I
Naja
don't
is
know
her real
name.
Yeah.
Her, this girl, who's also
Yeah.
awesome. So that was really sweet. And then I went to the Ubisoft party and I was already emotional, so I started crying there too. I was like, I love everybody so much.
Aw.
You guys broke me. But yeah, it's going well. That is all.
I know, I was
Oh, and
bummed I didn't get to go.
The cat is bitter because I abandoned her for a week, and now she won't massage me. She won't do her little back massage, and she's not purring anymore, and she doesn't want to play.
She'll be fine. She'll be
so
fine in a
whiny.
couple days.
Yeah, she hates me now. So hateful. Look at her.
Well, let's bring it down a few more notches and discuss what happened last episode on this show. Because it was a bit of a tragic situation.
Well, Neil's evil, and he killed our father.
I mean, your father died. I didn't kill your father.
He's dead, and our mom is nowhere to be found. And we found pretty much our entire hometown desolate.
Why is
full
it
of
destroyed?
corpses because of a dragon that came through and breathed fire everywhere. And there were kids that were alive, but none of them made it alive. And there was just one little girl left.
Does anyone remember that little girl's name?
Salamander.
Yeah. Little
Yeah.
Sally.
Salamander Bally, somehow.
And how did you find out that your hometown was attacked and destroyed?
From
Reporting into the capital.
yeah.
Overheard it during the, well, not overheard, but there was the announcement of it from the court.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how did you get from the capital in Crownhold all the way over to your hometown?
Ah, with the teleportation thing. Dimensional folding.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We asked a person in the city who was like a cleric alchemist person to help us get there fast, and she had dimensional folding, so she made us go here.
It turns
So
out
we
that
arrived way earlier than Neil had planned, ruined like 2 weeks of like running around and campaigning to like fast forward fight a survivor who was not supposed to be there to get way more intel than we were supposed to get.
Well played. Okay. So,
And I had secured Speak with Dead spell twice, 2 questions each. And
Wait, 2 questions each?
yeah, but you can't ask the same person, so I don't know who else we're gonna ask.
okay, so we find the party hanging out in your hometown. Your dead father is... Have you buried him yet? Did we do
put
that
him
last
in the
week?
crypt,
Yeah,
but he's not like buried. He's just on like a shelf.
right. So my first question to you is where did you want to set him? You've got 11th already in the crypt, near the rest of your family, and you've got
Who's
your family
11th again?
members.
You said 11th was with his family though, and they had kind of a nicer tombstone.
Yes,
and
yeah, they're in a
stuff.
slightly different area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's 11th?
It's Kess's ex that died.
Not technically X, but
You got X.
When did he die?
Before the campaign started, like 10 years ago? Something like that?
Yeah, her first love since then was Ransom.
How did he die?
And he was my BFF too.
he died of like a disease.
Yeah, a kind of a slow disease that trapped him in his body until he just kind of died there.
Yeah, but there's still confusion about it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, while you're moving the body, after, I should say, you've moved the body down into the crypt, you hear this kind of calling from up top. It's Guy Claypool, and he seems to be in a bit of a panic. Guys! Hey, guys!
Yeah, what's up,
Not now, guy. We're busy.
I think you'll want to see this!
Alright, let's go up.
I kind of stick around still. I don't move.
At least Olivia heads out. Anyone else going with Olivia?
Yeah, I go too.
I stay with Kess.
All right. The two humans exit the crypt, and you can see Guy. He's like halfway between the crypt and the church where you found your father.
Neil, did we get to sleep or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
And he's frantically waving you over while looking back at the church.
I look at the church.
He kind of points to the area where you can see the clear outline where Kessin Kellen's father was. You know, behind it is all blackened by the dragon fire, except for the part where his body is. He's like,
Yeah.
something moved.
I look intensely.
From a distance?
Yes.
Give me a
Do I
perception
see
check if
anything?
you're looking from a distance.
Yes, that was my plan.
Right. I'll also look.
Yeah. I have a twitching eye. That's acting super weird.
So, Ransom, you too see there's a shifting of a rock. It's not really a rock. There's this large statue that's been knocked over that he was leaned against. And the part of the statue shifted just a little bit when Guy was talking about, look, it's moving.
The statue is moving?
Yeah, it's this maybe 4-foot statue. Maybe statue's not the right word. It's something closer to a totem pole. It's like a small sacred statue-ish thing with the faces of many gods on it that had been knocked over. That's what he was leaning against, and it seems to be shifting slightly.
You should go check it out.
Well, from a distance, I see if it shifted because there's something on the wall that moved, or because there's something on the ground that moved.
You rolled a 25. It looks like it might be something on the ground that moves. Some of the dirt there shifted as well.
All right. And now I don't see anything out in the open. Is it just in the open?
Yeah, kind of in the open. Yeah, it's leaned up against the old back of the church. The area between you and that is fairly clear. Just a few burned down buildings in between.
Sure, I'll just shout out, hey, we're here to help if there's anyone hiding behind you there. And I stay here. Olivia, if it's hiding, it might be dangerous, since this town was just attacked after all. You should probably watch carefully from a distance.
I watch carefully from a distance.
Okay. So while you guys are watching this thing from a distance, let's go down into the crypt and take a look at Kessin Kellen. You two are down here alone. Nobody else is here. The two human NPCs are upstairs with Olivia and Ransom. So it's just the elves down in the crypt.
I think they're probably mostly sitting in silence, but then also probably discussing, like, because they know that Olivia is going to cast that spell, right? So they can discuss what to ask him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually casting it the next day, I guess, because we're still on the day that we arrived, right?
Yeah, so you can cast it the next day.
Yeah.
But I think it's maybe evening time by now.
So Kellen's just kind of sitting there staring at him, and he asks, do you think he was still mad at us when he died?
I have no idea. I would hope not.
Do you think if we hadn't left, he wouldn't be dead?
I think we would all be dead if we hadn't left. And Mom left. I mean, I don't know why our dad would stay behind.
Yeah.
I feel like if Dad didn't, if he wasn't the way he was, he would have come with Mom. And I mean, I don't even know where Mom is, but I assume that she came to see us. I assume she came for the wedding. But I think if he had come with her, he would still be alive today.
It just seems like, I mean, I don't know, like, you know, you leave to follow love, but like, what about love for your family? You know, like, should I have not left him behind, or I don't know.
Kellen, you can't think like that. We didn't leave him behind. I feel so bad, of course, because, you know, what if there was something we could do? I mean, what could we have done? It was a dragon.
I guess I wish I knew what he thought of us. You know, I want to know what he would have said if we got to see him one last time.
I think so too. I mean, I hope he still loved us. I know he had to love us. I mean, you don't go through a whole life with us and not love us.
I kind of like weakly laugh at that.
But at the same time, yeah. It's really hard to think about. I still can't believe it. I feel like this is the biggest nightmare of our lives, and we're just gonna wake up and someone just needs to pinch us. And he'll still be there. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, of all people, how did our dad not stay alive?
He's so stubborn. Always so stubborn.
So stubborn. And it got the best of him. It's so hard to think about. But yeah, I regret that we didn't come sooner. I regret that we didn't try. I don't know. Maybe if I'd sent more letters.
I don't know.
Why? Why do our parents hate humans so bad? I don't understand. If there wasn't anything like that, this wouldn't have been a problem. They would have come to the wedding.
Well, he should have come to the wedding anyway.
Of course he should have.
Kellen just kind of like looks like there's kind of an angry look that enters his eyes, because at first he was like really sorry, but now he's starting to kind of like realize that if his dad hadn't skipped the wedding, this wouldn't have happened. So he just kind of sits brooding.
I think the thing that I fear the most is, what is Mom going to think? Is she going to blame us for this?
Kellen's just kind of like lapsed into silence, like he's just kind of staring off. This is how he gets when he gets really angsty and he writes the best songs.
Little Newt kind of pokes her head out from around one of the corners and stands with you guys. Salamander, I'm sorry. And stands with you guys for a few moments. Upstairs, outside of the crypt, Ransom, you see that thing, whatever it is moving again. You're seeing it mostly on the ground now, almost like the dirt is pulling away and falling.
Does it look like it's burrowing towards us?
Probably not looking like it's burrowing towards you, but there's definitely a subtle shifting of the ground.
Don't come any closer or we'll think you're an enemy. I point my halberd or my glaive at it.
Okay. The shifting stops. Olivia?
I don't know what to do. What do you want to do? Should we go check it out?
I don't know, maybe it doesn't speak common. Can you I talk in Elvish, since that seems appropriate here. We're here to help.
No response, no reply.
I speak in Orcish.
That's really good Orcish.
I liked it.
Which does mean we're here to help. Even though there's a at the end, it means help.
Still no reply or movement.
If you're looking for a salamander, I say in Elvish, she, right? She's in the crypt, and we're taking care of her. But she's safe.
Guy Claypool starts backing up to the point where he's now standing behind the two of you. He seems a little nervous.
We should really go check it out.
I mean, we can see it from here, right?
You can see it. It's maybe 200 feet from you, but you can't see what it is. It's just a tipped-over statue next to this burned-down wall, stone wall, and then earth below it. And there's sometimes, like, the ground shifts as if, like, it's falling away or falling down a little. And then maybe the statue moved slightly, but they're subtle movements. They're not big ones.
What if I try to climb up something, like up where we're at, or up a house or a tree? There must be something to
I mean,
vantage point on.
Sure, you could walk to further away and climb up one of the standing trees at the edge of the village, but like the whole section of the village has been burned down, so you're gonna have to move pretty far away. So I don't know how much of an advantage that will actually give you.
Is it currently a sight problem because of distance or because of angle?
How should I say? I think it's unknown to you right now. You're having trouble determining what the movement is. If you were closer, you definitely would be able to tell. If you were at a different angle, you might be able to tell.
Right.
I think the issue is that you don't know what's moving, so you don't know how to resolve the problem.
All right, let's stay far away, but like look around it. How about that?
Is Rhonda with us, the squire?
Rhonda is with you. She's standing right beside you with her sword drawn and her shield out.
Rhonda, I'm going to need you to. I'm going to need you to be a bit brave and do some reconnaissance here. I won't ask you to go close to the thing, of course, but could you circle around that way and see if you can get a better idea of what this thing is?
I'll circle around this way. I won't let Rhonda
Come
go.
on towards the opening of the crypt if it looks like it's jumping at us.
Sure you don't want me to just go up and look? I'm not afraid.
The entire city is burnt to the ground, so I wouldn't take my chances.
She nods.
Let's do a roll around separately from both sides, and if it seems clear, let's move in together.
Whatever you think is best, Ransom.
Entrance.
Okay. So she circles to one side. Olivia circles to the other side. How close do you want to get, Olivia? Right now, you're about 200 feet from it. You can get as close as you want from the side.
I want to stay 200 feet away, but I want to, like, get another angle on this.
Sure. So you go to one angle. Rhonda goes to the other angle. Where are you moving, Trump?
I'm just staying where I am.
Okay. From your new angle, Jen, can you roll me a perception check?
My eye's still twitching. It's very weird. What about Randa?
She calls out that she sees a cellar door down below. Or maybe not a cellar door, but cellar steps below the statue. While you guys ponder this, well, let's flip back to Kess and Kellen. You guys are down here now. Salamander's hanging out with you. You've both been standing over the body of your father, tucked in the cove of the crypt. What's going on?
Hey, you two in here! I call into the crypt. Maybe there are other survivors.
Yeah, I suppose.
Right outside.
I hold my hand out to Kess and see if she wants to come with me. You're muted.
I give one big sigh. I look back at Dad, and I look over to you, and I grab your hand.
Salamander puts her hand on the two of yours hands.
I'm like, oh, but then I take it.
I freely grab it, of course.
Does Kellen not like kids?
I don't know. I guess not.
Kellen doesn't know how to handle kids.
Right.
Yeah.
The three of you exit the crypt together. You find you find Olivia on one side of this burned down church 200 feet away. You find Rhonda on the other side, Ransom in the middle, everyone with their weapons drawn, all kind of staring at the point where your father's outline is against this statue.
I figure that this situation could use an elven touch in case we're dealing with some of the village which hid away in that cellar there. Maybe you could call out in Elvish and maybe they'll know you as Kess and Kellen since you lived here and all that.
I call out in unenthused Elvish, hey, this is Kellen. Who's in there?
And this is Cass.
Can I get a charisma check from each of you?
And this is Olivia.
Can Kellen give me a -2 to her charisma check for his lack of enthusiasm?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not much better, but I'll
all right.
accept it.
Then take that as well. Okay, that's very
Still
nice.
very charismatic.
Look at the two of you.
That singer voice, you know?
Oh, so much.
Twins to the end. You call out your names, and immediately there comes the high-pitched squeal of a young child saying, "Kess and Kellen!"
Oh.
Do we recognize
Kellen,
the voice?
when he hears that it's like a little kid's voice, he's like, ugh. But then he puts on a smile. Hey.
I walk closer to the voice.
Okay. You can see now little fingers poking out from underneath this knocked over totem pole statue-y thingy, kind of scrambling at the dirt.
I immediately grab it out of the way and start digging towards them.
Okay. You can see that sure enough, the statue thing has been knocked over on top of the entrance down into a cellar. And as you start to dig away and peer down through the little gap that exists, you can see maybe a dozen sets of eyes looking back at you.
Oh, damn. That's a lot.
My eyes just get really big. Like, oh my god. There's tons of you down here.
You know, kids, if I say in Elvish, if you just listened to me, we could have solved this a few minutes ago.
I look back at Ransom. Just give him this look. And I look away. I don't even react because I'm like totally sad. And I just kind of look back at him like wanting to say something, but I'm just like, my energy is just completely gone. And then I like continue to dig him out.
Okay. It will take you guys the better part of 20 minutes to dig them out. But eventually you bring out about a dozen small children.
And this is near the mark of our dad's outline.
Like, he was pushed up against the statue. Like, if the statue tipped over this way, he was pushed up against this end of it.
So we perceive that he was potentially trying to protect these children.
That is definitely a possible interpretation.
So wait. The statue's here. He's here, or is he against it this way?
So if we look, I'm just going to draw a little bit south of where we
Okay.
are in the Draken Wastes over here. So if you've got, we're going to look at the burned out church like that. Then there
Okay.
was a statue that came up like this, but the top of it has since been knocked over.
Okay.
And it's like resting like that. And probably a little bit closer to this. And your dad was found, I know I'm good with the drawing, like that. Yeah, so he's facing this way with his back against the edge of the statue.
I look at the spot, I look at the statue, I look at the kids, and I look back at Kellen, and I'm like, he saved all of those kids' lives.
Yeah, good thing you loved those kids.
I, like,
Kids, what happened?
What?
I said, kids, what happened in Elvish? Broken Elvish.
They look terrified at you.
I immediately speak and ask them, like, I kind of get down to their level, and I, like, kind of go into the middle of the kids, and, like, I get down to the level, and I'm asking them in Elvish, what happened to you? What happened? Tell me everything.
They seem much more comfortable at talking to you.
I look really annoyed right now. I look back at Kellen and I'm like, kids, am I right?
Yeah, babe.
I hold your hand.
I hold it really tight.
Scoria came and burned everything. We were in daycare at the church.
Who came and got you?
No one. All the adults left. They all ran outside, and we were stuck hiding.
In here?
They shake their head. Inside until
what?
Until the church caught fire.
And then where'd you go?
We were stuck, and then a Whatchet came and took us down into the cellar, and then he pushed that. They say, pointing to the large statue, and then there was a blast of hot air, and then we just hid.
Have you guys had any food or drink or anything in days?
They shake their
One
heads.
day, no?
It's been like maybe 36 hours.
You guys must be hungry.
They nod, but give cautious looks to the 4 humans in your group. 5 humans in your group.
Everybody here is okay. We've been traveling with them for a very long time, and they're going to help us take good care of you, okay?
They're not going to eat us?
No, they don't eat elves, sweetie.
They don't eat elves who behave themselves.
That's right. I only eat chickens, pigs, boars, cows, that kind of good stuff. Elves, not on the menu.
And misbehaving elves.
Okay. The sun is setting. It's getting dark. You now are in the possession of 13 children.
Nice.
By the way, does everyone remember that the big moment between Olivia and Kellen was about whether or not they want to have kids?
What was the verdict
Yeah.
on that?
Olivia didn't have a verdict.
Yeah, Kellen just came out and told Olivia that he didn't think he wanted to have kids, and then she was like, well, I don't know what I think about that, and then he never got back to her about it.
So the question then is, Olivia, how are you looking at Kellen now that he's clearly not enthusiastic about these critters?
I don't know yet. Like, let's not make some like presumptions about how things are going. I feel like this just happened. He lost his dad. I could understand how like someone would not care for other children when they're feeling like children themselves right now. Probably.
Mhm.
That's a diss.
I
would-
think that's
would
really
imagine
wise.
That like if your parent is dead, you're feeling as a child, so you probably don't care very much for other childs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Hurry could relate because they just lost their parents too. Could go both ways.
Fair enough.
That's when I say in broken Elvish, "Where are your parents?" Looking at Galen. But I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at them, and then I'll look at you.
They don't say anything. But the sun has set. It's getting dark and starting to get cold.
We need some food.
Do you guys have any food
see.
on you?
We know where to look in the city for like a store that may have collapsed or something, right?
Yeah,
Or like a market.
Sure, you guys can scavenge
But
the
for now,
town.
I tell the kids. Now, I don't know if this kind of food is acceptable in your elven culture. I say in Elvish, but back in our lands, we're happy with dried rations. So here you go. I hand out a bunch.
Okay. They ravenously scarf your dry rations, seemingly approving of them.
See, we humans aren't that bad after all, right?
They nom on their food and kind of nod enthusiastically. Nom, 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 nom.
I pat them kind of on the head. Like,
Name's Ransom, by the way, and I'll be the guy who will kill that Sylvia someday.
Victoria.
Yeah.
Okay. So as the night sets, you guys set your watches. Why don't we go to our first break here, and we'll come back, and I think someone's going to be casting a Speak with Dead, and you guys will be figuring out your plans. So see you on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.